Yeah, what's going on? It's Lisa here. Happy Foods. Hope you're having a super awesome day. I am making a week's worth of meals that I can put aside for the freezer. Basically just making stuff for dinner for tonight, but I'm making it so that I have some to put aside for future meals. And I decided to make dishes that all have tomato in them because if you can see behind me here, I basically went to Costco and bought these 2 huge cans of tomatoes. And that's a lot of tomatoes. So what do you do with it? So I've got something new each night this week that I'm going to share with you. And tonight is going to be a coconut potato lentil curry, or a coconut potato dal. In Indian cuisine, dal basically translates to anything with lentils. So something with lentils would be considered a dal. So basically I make this all the time. My recipe is very, very simple. I don't even know if it's truly authentic, but it's just really tasty. It comes out great. I change it up kind of here and there a little bit, but all in all, it's basically the same. So, I've got a pot here on the stove, just a large cast iron pot, and I just basically just throw everything in. It's a one-pot dish. And let me just share with you what I've got ingredient-wise. I have got, on this sheet tray here, and this is probably going to make enough for dinner tonight, and then, I don't know, I'll show you at the end about how much I have left for the freezer. I don't like to do too crazy because I'm constantly making new things, but I like to be able to have enough that I can have some another night. I've got 2 cups of onions chopped up. I've got about 1 sweet potato. It's probably equivalent of like 1.5 cups of diced sweet potato. I've got about 2 cups of diced regular potato. I've got about 1 cup of some diced up bell pepper, about a tablespoon or so, tablespoon and a half of some fresh chopped ginger, and then this is actually, I've got about a good heaping tablespoon and a half of fresh curry leaves, and this really makes it. I went over to visit my friends, G and JP at Indian Spice here. They live in walking distance basically from my house, and I picked up some of these fresh curry leaves. You can grow this like an herb. And it smells so good. It's not spicy. It's not, it doesn't taste anything like curry, like the curry powder that you make curries with. It's very unique. It adds, it's kind of like adding lemongrass or kefir leaves or something that's Thai cooking. Just adds that floral essence, and it really makes the dish. So you can grow it yourself, or if you have an Indian store, pick up these fresh curry leaves, and all you do is I just chiffonade it. You just want to chop it up a little bit, and I put a bunch in there. I mean, it really, really makes it tasty. Then I've got basically 2 cups of tomato sauce and 2 cups of diced tomatoes. I just put it in this jar here because I've got 1 can of diced tomatoes and 1 can of diced tomato sauce. I like to kind of mix it for certain dishes. I've got 1 can of coconut milk. And I've got 2 cups of lentils. These are just, I don't know what you call them, brown lentils, green lentils. I like red lentils, but you just have to watch the cooking time because I use them more for thickening because they really will kind of disintegrate, kind of like split peas if you cook them too long too. So these brown lentils hold their shape a lot better. And then just some curry powders. Just I got this at the Indian store. Just whatever your favorite curry powder. It's just a blend of. Let's see. This has got chili, salt, paprika, coriander, turmeric, cumin, cinnamon, ginger, garlic, black pepper, green cardamom, onion, mango powder, dried tomato, papaya powder. It's just a blend. So let's make this dish. I'm gonna keep this just real nice and light and healthy and very simple. this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to literally just put everything in the pot. I don't need any oil or anything. I don't need to really saute anything ahead of time. You can, but the coconut milk is going to add a nice body, a nice richness. It's going to give some fat to the dish and make it really luxurious. And everything's just going to cook up nice. I'm going to cook it low and slow. I've got it on medium heat right now. Everything in there, just give it a nice toss. Smells good. Let's see if this, cooking with some light now. I'm going to add in all the tomatoes. Put a little water in there to get this little bit of a sauce out. And the coconut milk. And I'll just keep an eye on this. I'm going to let this kind of come up to a simmer. And then I'll cover it. And I'll just cook it kind of low and slow. I'll turn it down. I'll let it kind of come up to temperature here. And then I'll just cook it real low and slow. Because it's still kind of early. So this is one of those things you can kind of throw on earlier in the day and just cook it low and put it in the slow cooker. I would actually cook this in the pressure cooker, but I know a lot of people don't have a pressure cooker, so I like to do the old-fashioned method here. But you really can't go wrong, and it's going to soak up some of this liquid, so if it gets a little too thick, I'm just going to add some more water. Alright, so everything's in here. I love coconut milk. Oh my god. That is the secret ingredient. The coconut milk and the fresh curry leaves. So you put the curry powder to your liking. This one's actually kind of a bit spicy. So I like spice, but I go a little mild with the kids eating it. I don't like to go too crazy or they say it's too spicy. So I'll probably wait till this gets cooked down and soft and I can taste it, and then I'll adjust the seasoning. I'm sure I'm going to need it more, and I'll probably add some salt and pepper too. But that is it. That's the stage right here, guys. So I'm going to let this just like I said, get nice and hot. I don't want it to come to quite a boil, but close to a boil, and then I'm just going to kind of turn it down, cook it on a low medium with the lid on, and I don't know, just let it go for a bit. So I'm going to check back with you, and I'll keep you up to date on the times and everything. But that's it for now. Alright, it has been cooking for exactly 1 hour. I've had it covered the whole time. I've checked on it probably about 2 or 3 times just to give it a little stir. And maybe added about a half a cup of water since within the hour. And it's looking good. The potatoes are starting to get a little soft. The lentils are getting a little soft. Look at that. That is a big pot of dal here. But they need to go a little bit longer. I just tasted it, and flavor is spot on. It's really, really good. That little bit of curry powder, I'm not going to add any more because you can already taste a little bit of the heat coming off of it. So I don't want any spicier, but yeah, such a nice flavor. It smells so good. You can smell those curry leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more water to this because the lentils and the potatoes are going to soak that up. Probably added a good cup of water. And I'm going to leave this covered here, and I'm going to let it go for at least another 30 minutes. It's probably ready about 30 minutes, so I will check back with you then, and let's see how it looks. Alright, so another 30 minutes has passed, so this has been cooking, guys, kind of low and slow covered for about an hour and a half. If you could do this in your slow cooker and cook it even slower, or you can do it in the pressure cooker and probably cook it in 30 minutes. There's really no right or wrong way. You just want to cook it until your potatoes are tender and your lentils are soft. So just keep on checking it. Adjust the liquid if need be. I didn't need to add any more liquid to it, and the flavor's spot on. Put a little salt and a little pepper in it, and good to go. You can see this makes a lot of food. This is pretty hearty, especially you could eat it as is, or you could serve it over some rice. I'm gonna serve it over some rice, so this would probably feed about 10 to 12 people easily if you serve this over some rice. So that is the coconut potato lentil curry, or the coconut potato dal, however you want to. I don't know which way I'll put it on the video. Yeah, so really tasty, really inexpensive, and will fill you up. Very, very healthy for you too. So I'll show you when I get it plated up over some rice what it looks like, and then I'll show you as well after this cools and I bag it up. You can see how I'm going to store it for the freezer, so I can enjoy this a couple more times. Okay, at the dinner table, check that out. This is a very tasty dish over some rice. It is so hot. You can see that steam. Try to take a bite here without burning myself. Perfect meal. I love lentils with coconut and the spices. So aromatic. I love the little sweet potato mixed in with regular potato. Very filling, very high protein, very high fiber meal. That is awesome. That is so good. Yummy. And yeah, so I have plenty. I'll show you for the freezer. Freezes very well, and I'd say that whole entire pot of food was probably $5. So very budget friendly, but very tasty too. So anyways, gonna sit here and enjoy this dinner here, and I'll catch you in a little bit and show you what I got left. Damn, that was good. Y'all give that a try. It's really tasty. Yummy. All right, so here is what's left of the coconut curry, lentil curry with potatoes. I got 3 quart-size Ziploc bags, and I've got them labeled here. It's nice and cool. You want to make sure everything's nice and cool before you stick it in any kind of container and freeze it. I just want to show you this here. I have this is what I use to fill up my bags. I just take any old cup, and I have a quart-size Ziploc bag in there, and then I just fold over the bag and fill it up so it holds it for me, and then nothing gets right here on the part that seals. And just thought I'd share how I fill up the bags. But anyways, I got them all labeled, and these are going in the freezer, and they'll come in handy for another meal down the road. So I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. All this week I'm going to be having a bunch of new videos with different things using tomatoes kind of as my little main ingredient, but everything will be very different. And I appreciate you watching. Remember, always eat happy foods. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I will catch you in the next video. Also, too, I just want to mention I have I'm on Facebook and Instagram, too. So if you like pictures, I try to post pictures over there. If you go click on the homepage, YouTube homepage, I've got links to both Instagram and Facebook. And I love to have you join me over there. And that's it. Have a super awesome rest of the evening or morning. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.